Secret in the darkness of my soul, there is a heart whose beat is true. And this heart will always have a beat for you. When the pain comes, I am missing you the most. I hope that we will live together on the coast. I had to go away, I had to run away. There's no way I could stay. I had to climb the mountain, but on the other side I found an emptiness that I cannot put to words. And all I'm left with is this hurting. So far away, so far away from the one I hold, and it hurts my soul. So far away, so far away. Do you even know me anymore? What did I think would happen? What did I want to come? Those I loved I abandoned, turned my back, began to run. But running won't keep off the cold, especially when you're alone and you've got no place left to call home anymore. I wish you all could live inside my chest. For all time give me rest, the rest will come in time. As I explore your mind, what will I find? I wish we could be one, living together in the sun. The morning air is better there, the morning air is so much better there. So far away, so far away from the one I hold, and it hurts my soul. So far away, so far away. Do you even know me anymore? So far away, so far away from the one I hold, and it hurts my soul. So far away, so far away. Do you even know me anymore? Because I'm not really on, but I'm not really home. I'm not really home, and I'm feeling alone. I'm not really on, but I'm not really home. I'm not really home, and I'm feeling alone. I wish you all could live inside my chest. For all time give me rest, the rest will come in time. As I explore your mind, what will I find? I wish we could be one, living together in the sun. The morning air is better there, the morning air is so much better there. So far away, so far away from the one I hold, and it hurts my soul. So far away, so far away. Do you even know me anymore? So far away, so far away from the one I hold, and it hurts my soul. So far away, so far away. Do you even know me anymore? 'Cause I'm not really gone, but I'm not really home. I'm not really home, and I'm feeling alone. I'm not really gone, but I'm not really home. I'm not really home.
If you break your attachment with God, you will be attached to something, because your heart is one great void vacuum, just Please satisfy me. And you will go to a person, you'll go to a job, you'll go to booze, you'll go to computers, you'll go anywhere because your heart is made for God. Martin Luther, from 400 years ago, said, if I could believe that God were not angry with me, I would stand on my head for joy. Have you ever wrestled that deeply with whether God is not angry with you? I think the point of this parable is, come home. Come home. And what you will find as you approach the homeward road, as you get near the driveway, as you turn the corner in the neighborhood, that He is already tuning the banjo. I think you should ask yourself the questions, what do I hear in the voice of God when He says, this son of mine was dead and is alive?
It's just a ways down from Hollywood, so where's ours wanted to go? And it's where I said it's got it good, got a job and the rent is low. But you know, something's wrong with your soul. You wanna run home, but you know that ain't home. Girl, little girl, where are you going so fast? Relax, the whole world is passing away, away. But you're too tense to notice today. You're just mad, die and stand before Jesus. Boy, little boy, what are you looking for? She don't exist, just a figment of your TV. Wanna be married to Mrs. Mystery. Guess it ain't enough to be in love with the Lord of Glory. It's just a ways down from Hollywood. It's where his heart wanted to go. And it's where I said it got it good, got a job and the rent is low. But you know, something's wrong with your soul. You wanna run home, but you know that ain't home.
Your heart is made for God, and God is big, and therefore the hole is broad when you cut yourself off from Him. And it takes a lot to fill it, and nothing works. Nothing. Nothing.
What was achieved by the dying of Jesus Christ? When He died, the wrath of God was absorbed by Him. Objectively achieved, wrath absorbed, sin carried, righteousness performed, eternal life obtained, purchased. Now, the offer. Essential to the gospel is that this is free for the believing.
It's just a ways down from Hollywood. It's where his ours wanted to go. And it's where I said it got it good, got a job and the rent is low. But you know, something's wrong with your soul. You wanna run home, but you know that ain't home. It's just a ways down from Hollywood. So where his ours wanted to go. And it's where I said it got it good, got a job and the rent is low. But you know, something's wrong with your soul. You wanna run home, but you know that ain't home.
If you run away from God, if you say, I'm out of here, I'm going to do my own thing, it will feel your money's gone, which is His, He gives you life and breath and everything that you might worship and love Him. It's gone, and then famine.
Yeah, boy, is that a good message, huh? Wow, is that powerful? That's fabulous. And a Metropolis. Don't know exactly where he's from. He's one of our newest artists here on GJRB Online. And it's a song called Hollywood. And boy, oh boy, I'd bring it home. That's powerful music, man. Awesome. And before that, a new one from him, our Twin Spin, So Far Away. Twin Spin Tuesday, hour number 2. Gary J in the Morning Show here on GJRB Online. And I hope you enjoyed this program. We're going to be repeating it as a Twin Spin. And of course, like I said before, we're going to be doing this like an all-day thing. Next time we do this, we'll probably be rerunning this in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I'll do a Twin Spin live. So it'll be one of those things. It'll be absolutely fabulous. We'll do some voice tracking. It'll be kind of wild. All day long Christian rock. It'll just be like, wow. So check that out. We're going to be Twin Spin Tuesday on Tuesdays every other week here on GJRB Online as we head into the fall season. And of course, spontaneous fall continues way into Thanksgiving holidays. And when we get to the holidays, things are going to kind of flip a little bit. As you know, when we get into the holidays, usually around like Thanksgiving and that, we start thinking of our Christmas programming, and we kind of put things away, and things start changing a little bit. So we'll still do spontaneous, and of course that would mean Christmas music all day long. We get into December with our American Christmas jukebox running all day in automation. And I know we get up to that 3-hour upgrade. It's going to be fabulous as we're going to be broadcasting quite a bit here on GJRB Online. So I hope you'll listen to GJRB Online Network quite a bit. And we'll have great programming for you right here on Spreaker. Gary J. Russell with you. Gary J. in the morning. Well, Weather on the 5's coming up. Are we going to start with 2? Right now we're going to start off with 2. And then we'll have Weather on the 5's, and we'll do the other one. Group called For King and Country. Absolutely fabulous. This is a song called Joy. Twin Spin Tuesday.
Lately I've been reeling, watching the nightly news. Don't seem to find the rhythm, just wanna sing the blues. Feels like a song that never stops. Feels like it's never gonna.
Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice. Let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. 'Cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice. And I choose. Let it move you. Let it move. Let it move you. Yeah, I choose. Let it move you. Let it move. Let it move you. Yeah, back when I was younger, my eyes were full of life. But now that I am older, I live at the speed of light. Feels like the cycle never stops. Feels like it's never gonna. Gotta get that fire back in my bones before my heart turns into stone. So when somebody please pass the megaphone, I'll shout it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. I'm singing to the sky. Give me strength to raise my voice. Let me testify. Oh, hear my prayer tonight. 'Cause this is do or die. The time has come to make a choice.
joy, joy down in my heart to stay. Joy down in my heart to stay.
Yeah, real popular one going right now for King and Country, and they've won a lot of Dove Awards. They're absolutely fabulous. They're fabulous. I listen to their music all the time. Love it. Coming up, we'll have another song from them, Priceless. Stay with me. It's the Gary Russin program here on GJRB Online, the Gary J in the Morning Show. Okay, so I get a lot of some of these shows, and I get them mixed up. Happens every time. Gary J in the Morning Show. And we're doing our Twin Spin Tuesday combination Positive Rock Show. So it's the Gary J in the Morning Show, Positive Rock Show, Twin Spin Tuesday combo today. So we're going to do Christian rock all morning. And then we're going to do this, and then we'll see how that all works out. What we're going to do is we're going to do 2 twin spins. We're going to do a twin spin show all day long. It'll be automated, and then we'll run it live, and we'll do I'm thinking about a double show. In the morning, in the afternoon, like Good Morning Vietnam, you know. Why? Because it's the Army. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff going on. And our stubborn dog finally woke up and came out of the bed, so we're just going to kind of pet him a little bit. I might be gone for like a few minutes while I play a couple of songs, so I can take him out. But we're going to do our weather on the 5s here real soon. So be aware of that. And I want to talk a little bit anyway. And if you want to be part of the program and say hi, I'd love to hear from you. I am the Radio Maniac on Twitter. So when you get in Twitter, just go in there. You'll see the Antique Radio emblem. And when you see the Antique Radio emblem, you'll be able to get in on the show. Because what will happen is when you go in there, you'll see the Gary J in the Morning Show 113 813 19. Okay, when you see that, what that means is that's the show. When you hit that play button, it'll open up into a widget, and you can listen right there on Twitter. When you hit that one button, it looks like a comic book icon balloon. It'll take you right into the Spreaker chat room, and you can say hi and talk, and we can have some fun and play some good music. We'll have our shout-outs coming up a little later on for Spreaker, so tune in for that, and we'll be doing that. You want to check that out. And that'll give you a chance to do our Spreaker shout-outs, and they're brought to you by Spreaker, 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 and, this is where you can find a lot of really good stuff, and it's a great place to listen to some great Christian rock on our Twin Spin Tuesday. Coming up, I have Christ Acts with a great Christian rock too coming your way. The Road and what else we have? A new one called Cell Block 9. It's one of the new ones we're playing from them, so we got them coming up. Christ Acts, they're fabulous. So check them out. They're coming up next here on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. Gary J. Russell with you up here enjoying the program wherever you're listening across America. And if you want, like I said, if you want to be part of the program, love to hear from you. We're always glad that you're part of the show and you listen to the station. And I'm always glad when we do. So let's do this right now and take a look at some of the temperatures today. Some of the high temps: 79 degrees in Seattle, 83 degrees in Billings, Montana. Across the map and up north, 65 degrees in Bismarck, 78 degrees in Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. Omaha, Nebraska checking in with 87 degrees. Let's go down south where it's really hot, because down south right now there's some tremendous heat warnings out. 101 degrees in Dallas, 100 degrees in Houston, over there by our good friend OBFSU. 101 degrees in El Paso, and 87 degrees is our coolest spot. Our coolest spot, I'd say, would be 79 in New York City. So that's not bad. 93 in Orlando, Florida, 88 degrees in Miami, and right now Tennessee's under a severe thunderstorm warning, and they got some warnings all around the map right now. Right on the map. Tonight's lows, we're going to drop down to 61 degrees for Seattle. Portland's down to 63. 59 degrees in San Francisco. 80 degrees in Las Vegas. 61 in Denver. 69 in Wichita, Kansas. 82 degrees in Dallas. 76 degrees in Little Rock, Arkansas. 77 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia. Those are some of the temperatures that you expect to get right here. So check that out. Right now, though, let's go to Weather Nation. I don't care. Weather Nation's audio is not working again for some apparent reason. VCR on it wouldn't be louder than audio. Okay, for some reason our audio portion of Weather Nation's not working. All I'm getting is buzzing. Oh, I know why. Duh. Wait a minute.
Down into the south central area, and not just there, down into the southeast as well. We still have some heat alerts in place for these areas. Heat advisories for much of the region here. It's going to be feeling like 105 up to 110 degrees for some areas down into the south. And then, of course, we have the excessive heat warnings in place for areas like Memphis, Tennessee, Greenville, Jackson, Mississippi, all the way down towards Mobile, Alabama as well. You're under an excessive heat warning for the day here today, and that's because temperatures are going to be feeling closer to 110 up to 115 degrees. So it is going to be quite hot out there. Temperatures for today reaching 101 in Dallas, 102 in San Antonio, 97 in Little Rock, and 100 in Jackson. Of course, you mix that in with the moisture that's in the air, it's going to feel much hotter, closer to 110, 115 for a lot of these cities here today. Into our Wednesday, it cools off just a tiny bit in Dallas at 97 degrees for your high, 92 in Little Rock, 94 in Jackson. With that moisture in the air, probably feeling closer to the triple digits, around 100, 101 degrees going to be possible. And then down towards the south, take a look at Laredo, 107 expected for your Wednesday high. We will see a slight dip in temperature as we get into our Wednesday, into our Thursday for areas like Tallahassee, Florida. We're at 95 degrees for the day here today. By the time we get into our Thursday, we'll be back into the lower 90s and plateauing at 92 degrees, which is right around our average for this time of year. Still, nonetheless, a little bit warm out there. Another area that's also staying very warm is the southwest. We're also experiencing very warm temperatures here because this high pressure system just continues to dominate these areas. So we also have heat alerts in place for California, Arizona, into Nevada. Excessive heat warnings and watches, heat advisories in place. Temperatures ranging anywhere from 103 degrees up to 118 for some areas. Today's highs, 111 in Blythe, 111 in Yuma and in Palm Springs, 110 in Phoenix, 100 in Kingman, and 105 in Las Vegas. Only going to get warmer, though, for your Wednesday. 115 in Blythe and Yuma, 113 in Phoenix, and 104 in Kingman. Definitely make sure to stay safe as we continue throughout the next couple of days here. Make sure to stay hydrated. Take breaks indoors where it is much cooler, of course. But another topic we want to touch up on, though, is what's happening into the Midwest region, because Patrick, like we mentioned mentioned earlier, there might be a chance of some strong storms out there.
Yeah, and that's something that we will not be going anywhere from. We're going to continue to monitor these storm chances today. That's absolutely right, Shelley. Let's show you this forecast. This is going to be over the next few days as far as where the severe weather is setting up. Here's your Tuesday forecast. We've got several areas of the nation that are going to be under that risk of severe storms. This includes a good portion of the Central Plains, up into the upper Mississippi Valley, into areas like Minnesota and western Wisconsin. And then notice that large area. It extends from the Red River Valley of Texas and Oklahoma all the way into the mid-Atlantic and into the Northeast. Then tomorrow, as that front shifts to the south, that's where Wednesday will be for that risk of severe storms. And then Thursday, right back into the central and northern high plains, we're going to have another risk of severe storms. So several opportunities for that is going to be on the way. Now, there's your Wednesday forecast, and where that front starts to move down to the south and it starts to stall, that's where we've got those severe thunderstorm chances on Wednesday. So areas like Alexandria, Louisiana, maybe over into Slidell, Louisiana, Gulfport and Biloxi, Mississippi, all the way east into the mid-Atlantic coast for Carolinas there in North and South Carolina, where we could see some of that severe weather. Along this frontal boundary, it's going to stall, meaning it's not going to be moving that much, so there could even be some more storms developing with this front for the afternoon on Thursday as well. Now, of course, there are ingredients needed for that risk of severe weather, and for more on what is in that ingredients for severe weather, here's meteorologist Carissa Kloss.
When forecasting severe weather, there are 4 common ingredients we look for: shear, lift, instability, and moisture. Or, an easier way to remember, SLIM. Shear is a change in wind speed or direction with height. Speed shear can help the thunderstorm's updraft stay strong. Directional shear, especially in the lower levels, induces rotation within the storm. Rotation enhances storm strength and organization, making it more efficient at producing severe weather. Shear is a vital element of tornado formation. Lift is all about getting things going. A front is the most common source of lift, but can also be caused by geography or large-scale atmospheric conditions. It's a trigger to force the air to rise. Vertical motion in the atmosphere naturally cools the air, forming clouds and eventually precipitation. Once the air starts moving upward, instability causes it to rise a lot faster, creating updrafts. Think of it like this. You heat a hot air balloon from the inside, making it less dense than the air around it. When the atmosphere is unstable, the warm, moist air from the surface being lifted is less dense than the air around it. Strong updrafts are important in building large hailstones. Moisture is pretty self-explanatory. You need water vapor in the air for condensation and precipitation to take place. More moisture can also increase instability values. These 4 ingredients come in different quantities during any given storm. Their magnitude and interaction with each other produce varying types and intensities of severe. In verano.
Well, they kind of cut that out, didn't they? Yeah, well, there you go. Weather on the 5. Fascinating, though. I learned a little bit. Some of that does bring back memories from my meteorology class, though, at Blackhawk, but that's fabulous. I like to get into that weather stuff. All right, weather on the 5s. The next update coming up at about 11:45. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 minutes past each hour, and we'll give you the weather coming up again next hour with another weather on the 5s, and we'll take some look at some weather for Houston and some of those areas where it's really, really hot, and especially down there in OBFSU country. Yeah, over there where John is, and of course Black Dragons Radio. And we'll take a look at down there in Houston and all that area coming up next hour, coming up later on this hour at 45 past. Weather on the 5s, 25 and 45 minutes past the hour on all music shows, 25 and 55 on all music shows, or any time in the hour that ends in 5. 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, or 55 past the hour on GJRB Online here on Spreaker. And let's see what's going on in the GJRB news desk. Following this story on Jeffrey Epstein His guard is on was on the guard that was on the night of his suicide, not a corrections officer, according to what sources said. And other news stories coming up. John Hickenlooper wonders how wealthy, handsome Jeffrey Epstein could create a web of terror. Talk about that. 25 men charged in a drug gun investigation in eastern Iowa. Talk about it's kind of a local story. And inside Miley and Liam's split. Like we care. Iowa man pleading guilty to killing his girlfriend and baby boy. Some of the stories we're covering for you locally here on the GJRB News Desk. Next update, close to the hour when news breaks. Gary J. Rustin, GJRB News. And you're listening to the Positive Rock Show, Twin Spin Tuesday, double of your favorite artist. And we got some more great Christian rock this hour, freestyle. And we're going to crank up 50 minutes of nonstop Christian rock coming up in this hour as well. So keep it here on GJRB Online on our Twin Spin Tuesday. Right now, though, here's two from Christ Acts. That's Christ AXX. Great Christian group. And they are fabulous. This is two from them, starting with Cell Block 9, and the one we play all the time here called Road. But this is a new one called Cell Block 9, Christ Acts on Twin Spin Tuesday.
Decision you made, you keep on kicking down the dirty street. The time is coming, you're in defeat. You like that standing out to a living hell, life in prison. Enjoy yourself, that all around you, day to day. Short life is given to your evil ways. Blood, sweat, freedom around your face. Tattoos your armor, the only shield you have. One choice is killing, all you can give. The book was written so your kind could live.
Single file. Release all weapons. Cell block 9. Enter. Lockdown.
Woke up early this morning, just wondering where you been. I shed a tear crying tears. Looks like my baby's gone again. But I know you'll find the road. 'Cause my love shall bring you home. Well, I'm looking down the road into the burning sky. Looks like the shadow of a lady. I sure hope that it's mine. But I know you'll find the road. 'Cause my love shall bring you home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa, again. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Group is Christ Acts. And I'll see 2 microphones. Christ Acts. Great song. It's called The Road. Before that, Cell Block 9. Twin Spin Tuesday. Heavy Christian rock. Great variety. Christian jazz even just heard earlier from the newest artist we played. And some really good stuff too. So if you're enjoying the program, Twin Spin Tuesday here on GJRB Online. And I think we forgot another. Did we play Priceless? I don't remember playing that, so we're going to play that because that was one we played earlier and we didn't get to it. So we're going to play Priceless because we didn't play Joy. Then we had the weather, and then I didn't get to Priceless, and we skipped right over to Christ X. So we're going to play that Priceless now since we didn't get it in. But before we do that, it's time for a sports page update.
A GJRB sports page update starts now.
Yeah, Dak Prescott reportedly seeking $40 million a year from Dallas. He joined the long list of Cowboys with whom Jerry Jones played hardball. Antonio Brown lost his grievance with the NFL, meaning if he wants to play this year, he'll have to replace his favorite helmet. You know, I heard about this. Antonio Brown is not happy because, he has to give up his helmet. The Madden curse back in the Vengeance. Back in the Vengeance. Find out how the 2019 cover featuring A.B. Foretold wide receiver Frostbite. And the NBA schedule to release yesterday. The Clippers versus the Lakers showdown scheduled for December 25th, Christmas Day. And it's going to be a hot Christmas in Los Angeles. That's a look at our weather. That's our sports page update for this hour. We'll have another update coming up next hour. Sports page every hour, except when I'm not ready for one. Scary J Sports page coming up on GJRB Online. As a matter of fact, I've been going through some stuff, and I'm going to be bringing back sports page. Okay? And that has been the third week of the month, I believe. So I'm going to probably put it back in that third week of the month. Like I told you before, we're going to be on with the Gary J in the we're going to be on with the Gary Rustin program Saturday Extra. But with Ben and I kind of losing contact, I don't think we're going to be doing that much Gary J in the Gary Rustin program Saturday Extras unless I get a hold of him. Now, we're going to be on this week with Saturday Extra. But the following week, I am planning on a sports page show. Okay, I'm working on the sports page show and a bluegrass and blues house show, spontaneously, of course. And they'll be coming within a consecutive Saturdays. Now, again, like I said, no Ben this week. There will be no more Gary Russell Program Saturday Extras unless someone was willing to do it with me this week, the following weeks. But I want to do a sports page. Let's see what happens. I'll get a hold of Ben, see what happens there. And Ben could be on with us. Other than that, I am going to be changing programming on Saturday for a while. And having a sports page show on. I miss doing sports, so I'm going to do a sports page coming up. I've got Bluegrass coming back. And remember that classic country show we did back in February? How many of you liked that show? I enjoyed doing that classic country. We're going to bring it back. I'm going to clip that show up a little bit and rebroadcast it as a podcast, just like it did the jazz. And we're going to replay that classic country show. So I'm going to kind of go through that and do some voice tracking with it. And we'll repeat that show as a podcast live on a Saturday, followed by Bluegrass Jubilee, which will be a 3 to 5. So tune for that's coming up here on GJRB Online. So you want to check that out, okay? All right, we told you before. I don't know what happened there. Something happened. I didn't play Priceless. I played Joy, but I didn't play Priceless. So here it is to take you out of this segment, Priceless. And this is for King and Country on Twin Spin Tuesday.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, telling those lies, pointing out your flaws. That isn't who you are. That isn't who you are. It might be hard to hear, but let me tell you, dear, if you could see what I could see, I know you would believe that isn't who you are. There's more to who you are. So when it's late, you're wide awake, too much to take. Don't shift and forget that in the pain, you can be brave, hear me say. I see you dressed in white, every wrong made right. I see you rose in bloom at the sight of you. So irreplaceable, unmistakable, incomparable, darling, it's beautiful. I see it all in you. No matter what you've heard, this is what you're worth. More than all the money or the diamonds and pearls. Oh, this is who you are. Yeah, this is who you are. So when it's late, you're wide awake, too much to take. Don't shift and forget that in the pain, you can be brave, hear me say. I see you dressed in white, every wrong made right. I see you rose in bloom at the sight of you. So irreplaceable, unmistakable, incomparable, darling, it's beautiful. I see it all in you. Sisters, we can start again. Give honor to the end, love. We can start again. Brothers, we can start again. Give honor to the end, yeah. We can start again. I see you dressed in white, every wrong made right. I see you rose in bloom at the sight of you. Irreplaceable, unmistakable, incomparable, darling, it's beautiful.
This is the GJRB Online Network.